How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the SM-33 Conquest Guide, Volume 19. Once again, thank you so much to the Swgoh Events server for the data mines and the graphics. I greatly appreciate it. Today, we kick straight into our feats. Let's see. First, we'll go through all the feats, and then I'm going to talk about the feats I'm skipping on my alt account, what crate we're doing. My main account is 13 million. My alt account is 10 million, and we'll go from there. We might do the alt account first. All right. So, global feats here, we'll start there. 250 enemies on the gold challenge path, there's your free 15. 20 enemies with full Bad Batch. If you have Lord Vader, you've already got your normal OG Bad Batch up, you'll just have to put a little bit of gear into one of the new ones or into Omega. I recommend old Omega because there are clone trooper feats also. But you can get away with like occasionally having new Omega steal some kills if you just want to gear new Omega or something. I think that's completely fine. Stagger 80 times, lots of stuff for that. We'll talk about that as we get there, like Bastila Fallen, Mara Jade, that kind of thing. 300 dots, Darth Vader, Lord Vader. 20 full UFU, Rey is fantastic here, but Seer could definitely get that done. Light side UFU. Crit damage down 80 times. I believe Dash was my normal go-to for that as well, but there's lots of other options. We'll talk about that as we get there. So once we get done, we'll go through and I'll show you the teams for everything. Evasion up 50 times, lots of ways. Han, Seven Sister, all kinds of stuff. Bad Batch as well, I think. Defeat 50 enemies with clone troopers. Bad Batch for the global. Or just like 501st, or whatever you really want, to be honest. Secret Intel 60 times. If you're using Rey for the global, you'll need to use BB-8 a different team, but that's fine. You can use Jedi Training Rey, or you can use Grievous with BB-8 or something like that. Full Spectre. You either have Full Spectre or you don't. If you don't have General Syndulla or Ahsoka up, you're probably not gonna have a good time here. It's only 5 key cards, so not a big deal to skip. Not a big deal. 5 surviving is fine. Dark side characters only is fine. Cal Kestis surviving is fine. 100 mercenary surviving probably be okay. It just depends on the boss, right? But it should be fine. You still a bit of JML cheesing there. Health still up 60 times. Palp and Visas, love that feat. Win at least 10 battles with 3 dark side clone troopers in your squad. They don't have to survive. So C, Bane, and 3 dark side clones. Or, you know, JMK Cat, 3 dark, you know, whatever you want to do with your 3 dark side clones. 60 stealth. Tebow lead on the Datacron node. I mean, that's at Tebow lead. Just at the start of your turn, you've got like a 50% chance to gain stealth. I'll show you guys when you get there. But like, you just farm Datacron node on auto, you gain stealth. 20, and of course, Bad Batch also gets stealth as you use them. There's lots of other ways to get stealth, but I wouldn't sweat it too hard. That one won't take very long at all. 20 flawless battles, easy. You'll get that going through a sector. Win a battle full clone troopers. So this is one that, like, obviously you need Omega, or you need to like stick Cody and so you need one more clone trooper in your team. Full Empire is fine. Defeat enemy with a Spectre attack. You should be able to cheese that with JML, because Chopper is a Spectre, or Hera. Hera's not a Spectre. Any of the Spectres should be able to stick them in a JML lineup and do the granted and get that. Enemy with Dark Side Rey. If you have Dark Side Rey, great. If you don't, yeah, you're not going to be able to do that. 60 defense ups, easy. You can use Clone Wars Chewie lead, or you can do old Bad Batch. 15 battles with Darth Vader surviving, also easy. You're giving him at the start of the game. He's a requirement for like 2 different legendaries and GLs and all kinds of things, and he's a good character. 400 stacks of target practice. This one is a bit confusing. So, old Omega gains 1 stack of target practice every time she uses a special ability. You're not going to get this with old Omega. 400 stacks. You could do it. It might take you 200 battles. Let's say 150. Let's be generous, say 150 battles. Don't do that. The new Bad Batch Omega can pass it to like the whole team and stuff, but obviously you need the new Bad Batch for that. So this is, I think, going to be the most common skipped feat this whole conquest. It's 10 key cards. Really only going to be something you can do if you have the new Bad Batch. No attackers is fine. We got a lot of options for that. We'll go through. Win with Mega Fugitive surviving, can cheese that. Defeat an enemy with Oppo. That one's going to be hard if you don't have Oppo up. And even then, it might depend on what the mini-boss is. That might be a hard one. I think the only way you're going to really get that one is if you have his abilities up enough and like end Lord Vader and use him to trigger the dots from Lord Vader. And I honestly don't know if that would give him the kill, how the game's coded, if the dots would kill him or not. Enoch, your squad doesn't need to live. That's fine. No sports is fine. Tenacity down 50 times. We have so many ways to get tenacity down. It's not a problem at all. Death mark 10 times. So this one, also a bit complicated. If Darth Revan lead works, then this is just 10 battles of Darth Revan lead at most, right? If he doesn't, you might need like Gungans or Death Trooper. Death Trooper can be a bit of a pain in the butt to get this. If you don't have him up, same problem. But if Darth Revan can do it, he gets a lot of the other feats this conquest, so that would be ideal. But we'll see if his counts. I know in the past it has not worked. We'll see if they've fixed it. 15 battles of Batcher surviving. JML cheese is what it is. Bonus turn 50 times. We had that one last conquest. Jedi Knight Count, Darth Vader. You know, a lot of Jedi Knight Revan, TM Switch. I mean, there's a lot of ways to get bonus turns. A lot of ways to do that. Darth Vader and Lord Vader. If you don't have Lord Vader, you can't get that one. Huyang surviving, get cheese. Defeat an enemy with Jocasta Nu. If you didn't just get the most recent conquest character in the most recent conquest, you can't do that one. So that's unfortunate. A lot of people won't be able to do that one. I won't be able to do that on my alt account. Win a full squad of Bad Batch. That's fine. You either have Bad Batch, you don't. Let's move my camera to the other side so that I'm not covering that one. Last sector here. Evasion down 60 times is easy. Marked 25 times. So I put down Grievous for this, but also Jedi Revan. If Grievous, the mark on himself, on his team doesn't count, they only use like Jedi Revan or something. Order 66 10 times. This is one I think is more achievable than people will realize. It will be hard, but I'll show you the team I've cooked up for this. I tested it in Galactic Challenge. It works fine. So that'll be the team I recommend for this one, and I'll show you guys how we get there. 14 battles, full squad Empire. It's fine. Even if you don't have Lord Vader, maybe you've got Inquisitors, maybe you've got Troopers, maybe you've got just like Palp Mara. It should be fine. Gieltano. You either have Gieltano or you don't. No tank should be fine. Balin, you either have Balin or you don't. Crosshair surviving, you can probably cheese. Alright, we'll leave the webcam over there as we continue over. So, this is the second account. So this is my alt account, how I plan to red crate, what feats I'm not doing. I am not doing this Gieltano one because I don't have her, so there's 3. I'm not going to kill Nimue Oppo because he's just not really up that high, so there's 5 total. I'm not doing 400 target practice, there's 15. I'm not doing Jocasta Nu because I don't have her, so there's 19. And then here's the full Spectre, which is another 5, so there's 24. And you can skip 34 for max crate. So I've highlighted this Deathmark one. If Darth Revan can't do it, I don't have Death Trooper or Gungans on this account, so that'll be kind of hard, but I can technically skip it and still get max. The reason I have it in yellow is because I would rather do it so I don't have to do some of this cheesy Hunter survive, Crosshair survive, you know, like, I'd rather skip those if I can, but if I can't get the Deathmark feat to count, then we will go do all the other things here, but if this counts, then we'll do the other stuff and come back. So, let's get into our main account, and then we'll proceed on and do the alt after. Alright, main account. So, I will do my best to explain my coded messages in the squad names the best I can. Unfortunately, I was only allowed so many characters, so this is always a thing. I have to kind of walk you through what each of the names mean as we do it. So the first team I've got on here, so I always do global sectors down in that order. So we've got our global Bad Batch team that also is going to be able to do our evasion, so the EV, so sector 1, evasion and clone. So our clone kills and our evasion up. So it gets both of those. Sector 2, it gets our stealth, and in sector 3 it gets our defense up. So this is evasion up, clone kills, stealth, and defense up, as well as the global, all in one team. So great team, recommend. Next one we've got on the list here is for Darth Revan lead. So it gets our global staggers from Bastila, our global crit damage down from Bastila, our sector 4 tenacity down from like Malik Basic, for example, and Death Mark from Darth Revan lead. And then in sector 5 it gets our evasion down from Bastila. So there you go. The next team I got here is Lord Vader lead. So it's Lord Vader, Darth Vader, 7th Sister, Mara Jade, and Royal Guard. This gets our global staggers, our global damage over times. And then in sector 3 it gets our Darth Vader survives. And in sector 4 it gets our bonus turns with Darth Vader. Sector 5 it gets the full Empire. And one that didn't fit, because I don't know how much I'll use this team in sector 1, is it also gets the evasion up. So 7th Sister here can also get her All allies gain crit immunity for 2 turns, including against foresight. Yeah, all allies recover 10% health protection and gain evasion up for 2 turns. So it also gives evasion up to the entire team. So also that, but as I think you can probably tell, I'm out of, yeah, I'm pressing key, nothing happens. So unless I just do, like, I suppose I could try to do this. Stagger dot 1E. I can't even fit the letter E. Put it SG and then 1E. There you go. So that you're so limited on characters, it's so hard. But just having the one there will maybe help me remember. But obviously, I saw it in Rivered anyway, so it doesn't necessarily matter. All right, next, just only a global team here, and that's our global light side line force users. Obviously, if you need Cat somewhere, don't give her Cat. Like if you need JMK to punch through some teams, it's fine. I just, Cat's really good, so just put her in here. But like Ben, Seer, Cal, Volcrum, Visa. I mean, well, not Visa. She's got something to do in a different team, but just a 5 online force user under Ray should be able to get job done, at least in Sector 1, if nothing else. And realistically, you could probably do this with like Ray, Ben, 2-man with 3 level 1 online force users. They don't have to survive, so it's not really a big deal. Next team, this starts in a Sector 1 teams. So it's Sector 1 Evasion Up from Han's Special. Clone kills, Captain Rex might get a couple, but probably not very many. Sector 4 Tenacity down, that's why he's here. So he's got AoE Tenacity down, Chewbacca's got basic Tenacity down, and then Sector 5, we've got the Evasion down from 3PO and Chewie's basic here. So lots of feats here for the CLS team for this conquest. Sector 1 Cologne kills this if you don't have Bad Batch or your Bad Batch runs out of stamina. You can do this and just try not to steal all the kills with gas. So it should be fine. Sector 1 Secret Intel from BB-8's Wiggle. You either do this or you do like a Grievous or like a Shorty Droids. Just hit the Datacron node. 60 of them won't take very long. It spreads pretty fast, so it's not too bad. Like I said earlier, you either have Joel Syndulla up for a Spectre lead or you have Ahsoka. There's not a lot of easy ways to handle this because there are not a lot of Spectres in the game. That's it. So, like, if you don't have Ezra, for example, now all of a sudden you've got Chopper in here, right? And now if you don't have Ahsoka, well, now it's Joel Syndulla, Hu Yang, Padawan Sabine, Chopper, and Fulcrum. Those are your 5 Spectres if you don't have Tano and Ezra. And unless you've got General Syndulla up, I don't think Chopper's carrying this battle. I don't think even Fulcrum Malone's carrying this battle. I think you need a little more juice. So that one will be kind of hard if you don't have Ahsoka or Joel Syndulla. Sector 2, Health Steal. This is always my favorite Health Steal team. Visas has Health Steal on her special, and Palpatine has it on his special, and then Yoda can spread the buffs, which duplicates it. So you can, just from using 1 ability on Visas, 1 ability on Palpatine, and 1 ability on Yoda, you can get 15 in one battle. And you only need to get it 60 times, so 4 battles with this team. Very easy. And that's if you only get to use it once. If you can stall and use it multiple times, all of a sudden you can get it in like 2 battles. So, not bad at all. Sector 2, Dark Side Clones in the squad. Yeah, like I said, C-Bane, 3 Dark Side Clones, JMK Cat, 3 Dark Side Clones. I mean, SLK, Kylo Ren Mass, 3 Dark Side Clones. It's just whatever you want to do that wins with 3 Dark Side Clones. Alright, Sector 3, Defense Up. So if you don't have Bad Batch, you need a Defense Up option, or you just don't want to use Bad Batch, this will get it in 1 battle. So Clone Wars Chewie lead. Let's see, here we go. Yep, 50% chance to gain Defense Up whenever they're damaged. So you just throw a bunch of tanky characters in here. They get hit, they get Defense Up. Throw it in like a Geo team, you're getting it in 10 seconds. It's so easy. So this is super easy, instant get that feat. No reason anybody should miss that feat. Literally any characters under Clone Wars 2 gets that feat. Alright, target practice and the global Bad Batch. I buried this one down here instead of putting the global at the top because I don't know if I'm actually able to win with this team or not. And I don't have to do this feat. Like, this is the only feat my main account might have problems with. So there's just no reason for me to even do it or attempt to do it. But this is the team you should use. This or like Omega Fugitive and maybe like Echo and Tech and then one of them. But it's that one's going to be hard for people. But this is like, obviously the ideal is you have just the full team, right? Alright, Sector 3, No Attacker. Night Sisters is my favorite No Attacker team. Night Sisters are really good in Conquest. They've got great survivability. They've got great ramp. It just works really well. Otherwise, we've got like Leia that's really good with No Attacker. We've got JML, which is really good with No Attacker. Any of the non-attacker GLs typically work really well. Like I said, if Darth Revan doesn't work, Gungans will get you death mark pretty easy. Batcher survive and bonus turns here from Cal. And then we've got the marked. So, like I said earlier, if Grievous works for the mark from himself, marking his team, fantastic. This will get it easy. If he doesn't, JML, not a big deal. No problems there. And the last team here is Shock T lead. So this is to get Order 66. So all of her stuff says Clone Trooper. It doesn't say Galactic Republic. So all of it's Clone Trooper. So he gets all of the bonuses from Shock T. I do need to put some mods on him. I'll put like just full health mods on him just so he doesn't die. But I tested this in Galactic Challenge without mods, and I was still able to get 1 super instantly. Sometimes I could get 2, and I didn't even have mods. Because Shock T gives him 100% turn meter. Thrawn passes him 100% turn meter. Rex pushes turn meter to the team and gives him turn meter. Captain Rex over here gives him turn meter. And he does need an Empire ally, so when another Empire ally is active, he ignores taunt, and then whenever he uses same ability previous turn, he gets crit chance on Empire. Let's see, here we go. And he uses an ability against a turn against a different target. Whenever CXU uses an ability against the same target 3 times in a row, inflict Order 66 on target enemy. So you need the Zeta. It needs to be on the same target. So the Empire ally lets him ignore taunt. You don't have to have that, but it helps a lot. And then Thrawn is also a full TM pass, so that's what you want anyway. You want to be passing turn meter, and it's nice if you can have an Empire ally on the squad. So super happy with this one. Tested that one in Galactic Challenges. Like I said, even without mods, that worked fine. So hopefully we won't have any issues going into the actual thing. But yeah, let me show you what my alt is cooking with, and then we'll wrap it up for questions. All right, time for the 10 million alt account. So I'm going to shoot for my first max crate on this account. Normally, I do the crate below max, and maybe I'll get bonked in the head and told, nope, go back to second crate where you belong. But I'm at 10 million. I've got a lot of the teams needed for this. Just sans the new Bad Batch team. I didn't have Night Sisters or Imperial Remnants for the last one, so it was kind of tough. I could have gotten Remnants up, right? Like, the Remnants, you didn't need a lot of investment to do, but anyway. That was the last conquest. I also wasn't super big on Jocasta anyway. So this account, again, is skipping Full Spectre, Target Practice, Defeat an enemy with Oppo, Defeat an enemy with Jocasta, and win with Galactic Legend Tano in your squad, because I don't have those. Alright, so we've got our OG Bad Batch team here. That's going to get us our Bad Batch Evasion, Clone Kills, Stealth, and Defense up. We've got little baby Omega. I took her up to gear 9, stuck a bunch of health mods on her. I may have to do a lot of that in bonus nodes because I might lose stars because of her. I don't want to make her any bigger. I'd rather leave her there, and if she lives, great, and if she doesn't, then it's fine. I'll have to clean up some battles. Alright, and we've got same thing here. I won't go through all of them again. I'll just go through the things that are different. I'll fix the name here, sort of like we did on my other account, though. Dot, stagger, 1E, and I need to get that out there. So I'll fix the names to be uniform, but otherwise, there's not really any changes here. Everything's the same. I don't have a relic Visas, but that's fine. Gear 12 Visas gets this done. I don't have a Gear 12 Clone Wars Chewie, but it doesn't matter. Gear 5 Clone Wars Chewie gets it done. My Batcher's lower gear, but we'll be able to get it done. Geez, no problem. And then I've got the same team here. I took him up to Gear 11 on this account, slapped a bunch of health mods on him, and we'll use the same team. But again, the team that's missing is the new Bad Batch and the Spectre. So no new Bad Batch, no Spectre, but same general principles here. This is probably the shortest one of these Conquest guides we've made. There's not that many teams, right? Like let's count these. 16 teams. 16. And that's like with me having some extra options. Now, we could easily get that to 20 if we add Spectre, new Bad Batch, Night Sisters for no attackers maybe, and then Gungans for Deathmark, and all of a sudden we're at 20. But like that's not a ton of required teams like to do most of the feats. I kept this one as tight as I possibly could. I hope it helps a ton. Good luck with your unlock of the almighty SM-33 and our new pirate. I, for one, welcome our new pirate overlords. I expect them to be very good. I'm hoping it's a new capital ship. I'm hoping that pirates are leading us to a new capital ship. Well, not actually hoping, I'm expecting. We're 2 years past Leviathan, so it wouldn't be surprised if we got Gorian Shard, the guy that like raided Navarro. in Mandalorian, and we got a pirate capital ship for him. Then maybe Hondo gets a ship. SM-33 maybe gets the Onyx Cinder, or we get other characters and Skeleton Crew that can pilot the Onyx Cinder. I don't know. Well, let me know what you think of the guide. Let me know if you have any tweaks for the teams or any new teams I didn't think about. Let me know what you think about SM-33, if you're going to be pushing for him hard, if you're just going to go box below max or something and trickle it in. But either way, I'll see you in the next one.